And it's true. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to episode 139 of the Vibin podcast.
You know, I didn't want to say it, but from this intro, it's definitely true. It really is. It's
none of our intros have ever been more true, but this one it's pretty true.
It's factual, even. It's factual.
It was a recorded event. Actually happened in real life to individuals much like yourselves and I. But so sometimes things befall people, and shit happens.
Like the common man, things just happen, and we take it and strive. We keep going.
Yeah, exactly. It's another day. Yeah, you gotta put on your boots. You gotta pull the straps up by them, and then you gotta lace them around in a nice little bow, and go out on your little femboy walk. And that's how you make your money.
You know, speaking about bullets.
Yeah.
No, but the Charlie Kirk, he was shot and assassinated.
Yeah, shot right through the neck. Did you see the video?
That's the first thing I saw was the uncensored video on Instagram.
It's not the first thing I saw, but it was in one of the first 10 things I saw. We did these little T-Rex arms.
It was the first thing I saw because I had saw a post a few hours earlier. I was eating breakfast and I was on Facebook like any other old man. And I was scrolling through and I saw Charlie Kirk has been, it was the first thing I saw. He was shot at an event in Utah, and then I'm like, oh wow, he was shot, and then I didn't know how bad it was, and then 2 more hours passed by, and I check again, Charlie Kirk is dead.
Yep.
And I was just like, well, and then I literally, after I saw that post, I went on Instagram, and the first video that came up was some meme page that I follow, posted the video of him sitting there, and just the bullet, and then you see that blood, that chunky dark blood just...
Yep. There's a lot of subreddits that are going not into lockdown, but more into high alert because people are posting the videos. And r// Circle Jerk Sopranos, which is one of the best and funniest subreddits in the world. That one also, some people got banned because there's always people posting topical shit on r// Circle Jerk Sopranos because there's so many quotes that go with it, and you can take words in and out of quotes and make it fit. And it's oh my god, it's so the people who have seen Sopranos and enjoy fucked up shit and have also a little bit of dumb comedy and dumb stupid shit, it makes it so fucking hilarious. Yeah, some people were getting banned because they're posting images of the middle of it happening, images right before the full video with a funny Sopranos quote where it's he was catching, not he was catching, not pitching. That's another one. And then it's a lot of great ones. A lot of great ones like that, but yeah.
When I saw the video, I knew dead second in that moment. I thought he's dead. He's not living through that.
Yeah, he was dead immediately, but it hadn't been verified. So that's what a lot of those headlines were saying. He was injured.
And you know what? The second video I saw was from a different perspective of him being carried to his car by a bunch of people. Move, and then people following with cameras get back.
Yeah, and then I saw that too. That bald Asian guy. He's get back. Yeah.
And
he was getting carried to an ambulance.
No, but they were... Oh, that was an ambulance?
Yeah, I thought he was
going... I thought it was someone's car.
Or there was going to be an ambulance coming, or it was somewhere... Yeah, I think that's what that part was.
But it is a little scary, yes, because it's a shooting and it's a massive event. But obviously, it's a single target. It's not a mass shooting, which is a little nicer. Yeah.
But here's the thing. There was a mass shooting on that same day in Colorado.
That's exactly what I was
No one talked about. The senator of Colorado said nothing about... He had flags and half-mast. Didn't mention the mass shooting at the Colorado elementary school. Didn't mention it.
I have a post about it because I wanted to bring up this exact point. That's
terrible, but hilarious. It's that YMH segment, horrible or hilarious. It's both. It's horrible. It's hilarious that it's so horrible.
Now I don't know if this is a post about someone involved at the school or if it was a mom of the school or a parent, whatever. But I saw this post. And this is exactly what I bring because I didn't even know about this until I saw this post. Not only did Charlie Kirk die today due to gun violence, but there was also another school shooting today, the day it happened, and almost no one is talking about it. At Evergreen High School in Colorado.
Oh, it was a high school. I thought it was elementary.
A student opened fire, killing one classmate and injuring others. This is just one of the 91 incidents of gunfires on school grounds in 2025.
I was saying this year, yeah, probably
91, leaving 31 dead and 89 injured so far.
We're in September. That's about 10 a month. Give or take 10 a month.
10 months, just about 10 months.
That's about a couple. It's like a couple every week. It's at least 2 every week. That's pretty good numbers, solid numbers.
Now, I don't know if you've seen the picture, and I'm going to show you the picture because there's more in here that she talks about. Does this picture make you feel uncomfortable? Good, it should. Now, I'm going to read more, but I'm going to show you the actual picture. I don't know if you've seen the picture of the crime scene, but
damn, yeah, that's a lot of blood. That is definitely one injured student and multiple others. No, one dead student and multiple other injured worth of blood. That's a whole lot of blood.
I'll send it to you too if you want to put it up. But and then does this picture make you feel good, uncomfortable? Good, it should, because this is the reality of America. Children's classrooms turn into crime scenes, families shattered, futures erased. While political figures get all the headlines, kids are still bleeding out on the floors of their schools. Gun violence must end, and lawmakers must be held accountable. And then this is the photo from the shooting that happened at Texas Uvalde.
Oh, at Uvalde, yeah,
this
that
is
was
yeah,
that was the elementary school a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then, but hey, Charlie Kirk said it best himself. We gotta have a couple gun deaths if we're gonna have the Second Amendment. A couple deaths by gun violence, that's inevitable. We gotta have our Second Amendment though.
That's what our forefathers wanted, and this is what we're gonna keep.
Yeah, our forefathers, they made that constitution so we could have a well-organized militia against a tyrannical British government, and that's exactly the kind of society we're trying to forge today.
Yeah, well, I mean, and then we still want to, fuck underage people in our basements, do drunk orgies together, like all the founding fathers.
Oh
wanted
yeah,
to
exactly. Yeah, I'm sure. I wonder.
They did it.
Because it definitely happens. Maybe not like to a crazy extent, but there are definitely some Hollywood sex parties. Like the Diddy was just one of them. So
He was the big one.
And Epstein, of course, that's the other big one. But we're not going to talk about that. Thank you for not talking about that, as Donald Trump says.
Don't talk about it.
Another wonderful secret. Here's to many more wonderful secrets. Did you see that note that he wrote for his birthday? That's another thing.
Wait, it was his birthday. When was his birthday?
Oh well, wait, what was I even talking about?
The school shootings.
Yeah, school. Yeah, but it was. No, I wonder if the founding fathers, like, if they had like secret like group shit going on, like secret organization.
They have a lot of stuff going on.
That's like I think when the Freemasons started was kind of around that time or something. So they probably.
I think it was a few years after, but yes,
it wasn't the sex shit, but it was probably like the secret organization type shit. It's like secret shit going on beneath the shadows.
It's scary. America's been dark since the beginning.
So yeah,
there's nothing. We got nothing to hide here. It's been a shamble ever since it started.
Yeah. But Epstein's 50th birthday. So, which was years ago, like over a couple decades ago or something.
Yeah, he's pretty old.
Yeah. But for his 50th birthday, Ghislaine Maxwell wanted to put together like a scrapbook or something for his birthday from his like friends and people and shit. So she went out, or like she asked him to like write letters or do stuff to send it in for the scrapbook, which turned out to be like over 200 pages, like 3 volumes of like letters and shit written from people. And some of them are crazy. Like this one guy wrote in, he's like, "Yeah, I remember me and Jeff, we took these ladies out in a boat, and I held them up by knife point and told them to get naked. But Jeff was like, no, he's just kidding." And that's a real thing that happened. And there's another guy who's like, "Yeah, apparently there was like, me and my friend went out and like just found like raped this girl, and no one ever found it. But crazy times." And I get kind of implying it was him and Jeffrey Epstein. That's what I got from it. But the Trump thing, Trump, because he was his friend for a while, he of course sent him a letter, and see if you find it, because it's public record now. Find it, and I'll
a letter.
Yeah. Look up Trump Epstein letter or Trump letter to Epstein. You'll find it, and it's in the image. It's like abstract poetry where there's like a woman's like figure and the words are within it. It's fucking yeah. Go to Google Images and you'll see it.
Oh, go to Google Images. Okay.
And there it is. All right, and
that's it.
That's it right there. So I'll read it to you. So here it is. Yeah, as you can see, it's an image. It's like a woman's body.
Yeah, a woman's body.
Like
an outline.
Like abstract poetry. Did you ever do that? You have like a poetry class where it's like make it in like a form, because poetry has like no form. It's super expressive. People have made like I remember one example was like a Christmas poem, and the words were in the form of a Christmas tree. Like the spacing of the words.
Oh, that's cool.
It was like I
might have done that in elementary. I think
exactly. Yeah. So, but this is the kind of caliber of drawing that Trump has, and I'll put up right here as I read it as well. Voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything. Donald. Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Jeffrey. Nor will I, since I also know what it is. Donald. We have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Yes, we do, come to think of it. Donald. Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? Jeffrey. As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. Donald. A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. Signed, Donald J. Trump.
Oh, that is an interesting way to word everything.
Signed, first of all, may every day be another interesting secret.
He's just playing it.
I don't know about you. I don't got enough secrets to last every single day. That's crazy amount of secrets. But also, notice this is also in the figure of a woman, and Donald Trump's signature not only looks like, but is placed in a woman's pubic region, resembling a sort of pubic bush. So
it's there.
Make of that format what you will. And Trump was like, I've never drawn in my life. I don't draw.
I don't draw.
But people have found drawings he has made like 20 years ago for like charities or whatever, and it's in the same shitty kind of style. So it's like, and then Trump is suing New York,
the New York Post.
Yeah, the New York Post or something, some newspaper in New York. He's like, it's fucking, it's fake, it's not true. And then it's like, well, but it is.
It is true.
It's factual. Textual evidence we have.
But he'll win that case.
So, or who knows? It'll probably be settled at court. Maybe he's like, yeah, I'll give you $1 billion, whatever. Don't shut up about it.
Oh man, what a! I think we bring it up almost every podcast now. But what a fucking country we live in.
What a country! What a time to be alive.
I like being alive. It's
a lot better than being dead.
Well, a lot better than being dead. Just ask my
sometimes you probably wish you'd rather be dead, but most of the time
there's situations you want to be dead in. Not you don't want to be dead, but if it's certain, if you
it's
crash
like wow, if I could be dead right now, it'd be way cooler.
Yeah, you know what is cool?
What's that?
Birthdays.
Speaking of, also there it is. It's my birthday tomorrow when we're recording this.
So when you see this,
it'll be
3 days ago was his birthday.
Yeah, it's fun times.
Nick is 57 now, guys.
Yeah, can tell it's been a good 57 years. I'm looking for another 57 more.
Botox really does a good job. Like he's been on it since I think 30. Yeah, 30, right?
Yeah, been a while. As soon as Ozempic came out, I was on that as well. Just pulling as much. I'm sort of like a black hole. I'm just trying to condensify all of my loose and saggy skin in one giant dense ball in the center of me, and that's sort of growing in a tumor-like fashion until one day it's going to eventually explode. But until then, I'm rock solid.
You look so good though. Like your butt's great. Yeah, great thighs.
Yeah, it feels the hole's nice and tight. Still tight as it was when I was 40.
Abs, solid rock.
Solid, literally solid rock. I had to get them replaced. They were pulverized in a meat packing incident, and I had to get solid stone slabs in place in there. The doctor said we can give you some new artificial, polyfiber, polycarbonate material we've been developing. I said nope, just go down to fucking Joe's Lumber and Concrete and throw in a cinder block, and I'll be good. And well, I threatened his family, so he did it.
Joe's Lumber.
Yeah, what about construction? So he had some extra cinder blocks laying around.
What about Home Depot? I thought that was your place to shop for every construction need you needed.
Well,
you're not bleeding orange anymore. What's wrong with you?
It's a place where doers get stuff done. But at the time, I wasn't a doer.
You were a grower.
I was growing at the time, and I certainly wasn't enough to show
internally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And until I can show, I can't do. So I couldn't get the Home Depot variety at that time. But
But you have your credit card still for Home Depot.
Yeah, I'm
you're a platinum member.
Yeah, exactly. I've worked on membership for a while, and once I'm healed up enough, I'm going to go and get that Home Depot brand certified concrete, and then get the exchange operation so I can get that implanted in place of this garbage cinder block you got in here.
Well, you're going to do that for your shoulders.
Yeah, as well. I'm going to get some nice cinder block plating. I'm going to shave them down into rounded structures, but it's going to be protruding a little bit like those guys who inject saline into their muscles, and then like into their muscles and their arms are still skinny as shit. I'm going to be like one of those guys, but with cinder blocks.
Hey, but those guys look cool.
Yeah,
they spend money, good money.
Those guys look hot and sexy, and every woman wants to fuck them. It's true. They do. It's worth it. They don't live in constant pain and embarrassment.
Well, I think it's better. I think it's better to shoot saline into you instead of the guy who, it burnt out. It's like,
damn you, wind!
This fucking ceiling fan. It's a fidget spinner. But
damn you, autistic house! Why must you fidget spin?
I own a fidget spinner.
Yeah, I got one. I got that snitch one. That's cool.
Snitch.
Yeah, I want to get the Harry Potter one.
Oh yeah, I did get you one. Yeah, that's right. For your birthday last year?
Yeah, I think so, or something like that, or Christmas.
Maybe it might have been Christmas.
It was something like that.
Something like that. Christmas is coming up. I can't wait for that. It's my favorite holiday because I love the birth of our Lord and Savior,
Muhammad.
I was trying to think of a stupid name. I'm like, I was gonna say Santa. No, but it doesn't really.
Apparently, no. Jesus was born. No, he was resurrected on Easter.
Yeah,
but that was. No, that's fine. That's nothing to do with when he was born. But apparently he was also born in like April or something, or like May or March, or I don't know, somewhere over there.
He was born Christmas Eve.
No, that's some liberal bullshit propaganda.
Liberal is Santa not real either?
Well, sorry to tell you, son, but
actually,
Santa's a deep state hoax.
I saw a video of one time of like someone in their 20s like actually getting told that Santa's not real, and like and it was not a joke either. Like this person broke down. He just had a moment with himself in reality.
You said he. I was about to say it wasn't a woman.
No, it was a man. You know, it's
Also
unfortunate.
makes sense.
It's unfortunate. I don't
Yeah.
know, but
Hate
that's
to see one of our brothers go down like that.
you never want to see a brother go down like
Yeah.
that, but you want to see them go down on some coon, but
On
a poon.
some coos, yeah. On some,
Some poon.
on some, yeah.
So I don't know what the issue is here. I don't know why you need to talk about it for 3 days. Clean it up. Watch.
Anyways, I've been watching a lot of David Lynch movies. Speaking of lynching. Well, yeah.
You mean luncheon?
Duh. Speaking of luncheon, I didn't have a lunch. Well, I didn't have a luncheon while watching when I had
No,
one.
what is a luncheon? Is that
It's
like
just like a lunch gathering. It's like a big, you have like a group, like you're at like a business. You all have a group luncheon. And it's like everyone has like a big old lunch break.
so it's just lunch?
Yeah, but it's like a group thing. It's like a group. It's like a dinner, or like a fucking,
It's like a fancy lunch.
Yeah, it's a big meeting. It's a reason to get like all of everyone together for like some sort of meeting or like an announcement or entertainment or an orgy or something like that.
You never had like a family or orgy, right?
No, but I've had a couple fantasies.
But family reunions you've had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've never had a family.
I've had sex with some family members at family reunions, but never more than one, so I can't call it an orgy.
No, and it was with your second cousins, your second aunt, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But I forget I was there too. But
Speaking before we go any further, let's. Sorry, I don't know why I just had to stop, but it's crazy how sexual acts work and how slight deviations can change them. But like if you have one woman and 5 men, right, and all 5 men of those, all 5 of those men are fucking her at once, that's an orgy, right? But if
Right.
one fucks her one after another, that's a train.
That's I thought a train was when they're all doing it at the same time, like they're lined up.
No, that's that's gay, but that'd be called a 5-some. Yeah, no, and that's nothing. If the one chick and the 5 guys are all fucking each other together, that's a 5-some. Also, I think being an orgy as well. But no, that's an orgy. See,
There's too many terms. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's real intricate. The world of sex,
I've never been in an orgy, but I've had a 3-way before.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was one of those 3-ways where it was 2 guys and me.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not my joke. That's Ron White.
Oh.
I just
Damn, that's hilarious. I can hear it in his delivery.
I had one of those orgies one time where it was
2
guys
guys
and
me.
But here's the thing. I don't know if that's an actual joke of his, but that's something he just said. I don't know if it was like natural because it was on the Green Room, that show that I've talked about before.
Oh yeah, with Paul Provenza.
It was with Paul Provenza, and it was I don't know if that's like an actual joke of his, but they were talking about it's something that came up in that time, and he's like, yeah, I don't know. Well, there's something about poetry being coming. He's like, yeah, I got a poem, and he comes up and he says that thing. So I don't know if that's an actual joke of his, but maybe just said it in the moment.
Yeah, it
is very funny.
That's a good throwaway. That's a good if you need like 10 seconds, a good spacer between jokes or ideas. That's hilarious. Oh man,
so good. Yeah, no, but I've never been in an event. The only sexual things I've ever had was with me and another person. They were tied up, but still counted.
Yeah, it still counted.
Still counted.
Speaking of jokes about sex, I thought of one a few days ago.
Oh, you got a sex joke? Let me hear it.
I think it's pretty. Well, it's kind of.
You tell me this, and I want to tell you an old sex joke that you used to tell that I really like of yours. But this is just something that came up in my mind.
I don't even have the joke yet, but just the concept, right?
No,
it's about. It starts with like how like I would understand certain religions, how they're in their beliefs around marriage. Like Mormons. They have like multiple wives, and some religions, like in the Middle East or some other places, they have child brides as well. And I'm sure in some other, more lesser advanced places, they have like child brides, and that just never made sense to me. Like especially because a lot of the places that do these are male-oriented, civilizations. It's a male head of household, male in government. They all, the woman is subservient to the male in these things. So the idea that in these male brains would think they have a child bride, it's like. I think a 20-year-old woman won't shut the fuck up. You get an 8-year-old. Oh God, they never. It's like and today I went to the park and there was a stick and there was a bug on the stick, but it was a nice bug because it didn't jump at me. And I picked up the stick with the bug and I walked and then I was in the park. And it's like, oh my God, someone put this kid in an ISIS video already. God damn. And it's like, why even marry him? Because for like a lot of these men, they want women to cook and clean. I don't know if you've ever had a meal eaten by an 8-year-old, but it's probably not good. Like, what are they going to give you? Fucking Play-Doh and an easy bake oven? I can't eat that shit. What are you talking about? And like cleaning, they're just as likely to drink the Windex as they are to clean with it. It's the bright blue. They don't fucking know.
That's a good closing.
And it can't
joke.
be a good lay. I mean, come on, let's just be real. And that's I think that'd be the closest. Something with not them not being good to fuck. That'd be the good. Just bam, at the end. You know,
that's a good ending joke. And let me tell you, because maybe you could end it this way, because this is the old joke that I thought like you would like. Maybe you could incorporate it out because you said because they're young and they're not good at it. But you said you talked about like you don't understand why pedophiles are so much into kids. Because why would you fuck a kid? Because you know they're not going to be any good at it.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
They're not going to be good at it.
Yeah. You could, maybe use that because that was an old joke of yours. So it's a good way to cap it up right there because you know nothing. Because that's a good phrasing, you know. But that's a joke you definitely would end on though. Don't start with that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, don't start with that.
Yeah, it's just,
that's so good. That's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny. That's really funny.
So I don't know why I was thinking about it, but I was just driving somewhere and I was like, Child Bride, you know, it's like.
It's true.
Yeah. Wait, what was the first part of it?
You know what's a good? That's what I was going to say. It's a good thing because it's recorded.
Exactly.
So you got it. You had it all laid out.
No,
right there.
That's where it started. It's like I don't. But it was. It's so great when jokes come that way and you think of like a longer thing because it comes in one bit, and that was what it started with. I don't know. I was listening to something, but it was that one line. It's like you think a 20-year-old one shut the fuck up. It's like well, that's
so good.
I was like
20-year-old
8-year-olds. They really fucking they just keep going.
I went to the park. I played. It's so funny.
Fun times.
That's a good joke. Yeah, I've said it before. You got to get back into doing stand up. You're so funny.
You gotta try.
You gotta try at least once every here and there.
Yeah, because I can get at least like 3 minutes, and that's even places that like because most stand up places it's like 5 minutes max. You don't have to do 5 minutes.
No, you don't have to do
fuck whenever. As long as
most good popular clubs only give you 3 minutes anyway.
Exactly. For that's usually like a set you've worked real hard on. But either way, yeah, 3 is like a solid amount.
No.
I wouldn't go up if I had like 2 minutes or maybe
I've done it, but then after that, I'm just like, all right, let's fuck around, but because then it's hard writing it. It's hard writing.
Sometimes you just go too fast. You just run through them, and it ends up being a little bit shorter. And that's just part of getting used to it and getting comfortable. And that just depends on also like the room and how you're feeling beforehand and shit.
Yeah, it depends on a lot of things too. But if the crowd's good, like I've had because I do it at least almost 2 to 3 times a week now. Like but like even then at that point, I'm still garbage most of the time because most of the time I'm always trying to write a different joke. But even then, it's and you know how I am, like my kind of sense of humor and stuff. I like, God, like last week I was doing this fucking place and I was talking to this lady in the back. It was really friendly, really nice. Everything was going well. And like, she was like, I did the open mic here one time. And, so my friends were drunk and then it was like, we're going to do it. Like I had 5 minutes ready because she had prepared for it. But then she's like, I went up, I only did 2, because, you're so nervous and stuff. And I'm just like, okay, this is good. Vibe with this lady. And then when first thing when I go up to do my set, I heard her just bitch and groan in the back the whole time. And I'm like, what? Like you like we talked for a little, you kind of understand me how at least surface level. And now and then it was a bad part because then she got me real good because my last joke is something about being gay. And I'm like, all right, just pretend I'm gay for this joke to work. And then she's like, yeah, pretend. And then so they're just like, but the whole time, and then that bothers me too a little bit. Like you talk to someone, like even at like anywhere like open mic or a show, and then you go and do it, and then they're like, you think they would understand a little bit, And I'm not saying like my jokes were good, but like you at least understand like I'm just kidding, Like I don't mean any. Like I had to do. Oh my God, I had to do this. I had to do that one time because there's someone came in for this. I don't know if I told you this story, but someone came into this open mic that I was doing, and she went with her friends, and she was doing it. And then the only thing that she talked about the whole time she was up there was how she was a femboy and her armpit hair the whole fucking time.
Right.
The only love
if she is a woman, she's not a femboy because femboys are boys who are effeminate. That's the term, femboy. So
yeah, so already
get your king straight, bitch.
She's already stupid. But the really great thing about her set was she was wearing this tank top. She was a very beautiful black woman. I'll be honest with you. And she had really nice tits, and she had this cow tank top on. And the whole time she was just yelling out her emotions for 5 minutes. Her tits were just jiggling.
She realized like, oh, her titties were jiggling.
So it was kind of interesting. But like then you see her armpit hair, and then you're just like, and then you remember she's black. So you're just like,
oh God, what was it like an afro? Was it like a puffy?
It was a good amount. I'm not like it wasn't puffy, but like. It was like you could see it. Like it was.
Yeah, that's I'll be honest. I'm a bit of a freak. If a chick had a little bit of pit hair, I'd be fine with it.
That's fine.
But if it's like we're talking about last episode, if it's like same with the bush. If it's too much, it's like, all right. It's like I get you want to be your fucking hippie, whatever. Just the thing about me. Think about the person who's got to deal with this.
Of course, yeah.
You know, like all. I mean, I could do it. I'm lucky because my fucking armpit hair. It's like it is what it is right now. Like it's this. And it never grows. It stays.
That's
I don't
perfect.
gotta worry. I don't got a lot of body hair, so I'm that's fucking pretty sick. But it's you gotta think about these things and realize you gotta put other people before yourselves. Empathy, which is a thing Charlie Kirk did not believe in.
And this is what really pisses me off because she went up and she was doing her thing, and then and no one laughed. Obviously, it was dead silent the whole time except for the end when she said something about herself, which was funny, and that was the only laugh she got. But when she got off, literally every other person said she was just bitching and groaning the whole time. It's like, oh, I can't, because she's like so fucking woke too. Like, I can't believe these jokes that they're saying. And then she makes this whole scene at some point, and because one of the comments just like funny to like try to like rip on her because she's been so fucking annoying the whole show. And then something came about her being black and something femboy or whatever. And then she just makes this whole scene, storms up and get off. Like the whole point is like, you went up and did this already. Like, why are you like being stop? Like,
did you say she was with her friends too?
She was with a group of friends. I felt real bad for them.
Were they drinking? Were they all kind of?
They were
tipsy?
drinking, but she was the only one saying something. So
maybe she was just a little too tipsy too.
Well,
but because I was gonna say, I don't know who it was, but it was on some comedian's podcast. It might have been your mom's house. Someone was saying like when they started, like sometimes you'll get like a group of comedians and they sit in the back and they don't heckle you, but his example was like I was like getting to talking about joking like through the punchline like halfway through and they go ha. Which is like, like not even at the punchline, which is them kind of like, it's ribbing you. And it's like getting you, it's like, are you like passing an initiation?
It's good. Like,
but that's like in the Comedy Store. That's not what this is, which is just some bitch being a bitch and just being a drunk bitch. There's a fine line.
There is a fine line between just like, if you go, I understand, like you're not really getting too many professionals going through to like an open mic and them telling jokes and whatnot. But the fact like you went up and did it, like you understand, you at least have some, unless if you just went up there really just a vent, which pretty much I think she did. But like,
maybe
what you can't complain if you're going up and doing this. Like you kind of have to you could be like in your head like, God, this like I had most of the time whenever I do my stand up, like one time I was doing it and it was a really good night. I was getting a lot of laughs, but I saw two women in particular, and it's always women because no woman ever likes what I have to say in general. And it's like it was a couple off to my left, and like the husband's just laughing, having a great old time. And then literally during my set, like his wife, like as he's laughing, saying, "Why are you laughing at that?" And I'm just like, well, and then I interrupted her, like trying to like what do you mean? Like he's just having a good time.
Yeah, a little laugh. What's problem?
And then literally she was complaining about it, and then this old woman off to my right the whole time just like literally after her kids and her husband like having a good laugh, like they're like her nephews, nieces, whatever they are, but I was making them laugh pretty good. But like there's those two women, it was in there, granted they were the only two women in there, but but fucking literally I'm like, what? I don't know. It's a lot of fucking things.
I just thought of it. I'd be if it's like an old person doing that, you'd be like, hey, honey, Murder She Wrote is on until like 9 o'clock. You start at time if you want to fucking leave now and go do something better with your time.
Murder She Wrote.
Yeah, because it's like an old person show. I just thought of, or like Dallas. You ever heard of Dallas?
I've heard of Dallas.
I don't even know. It's like not a sitcom, but
no, it's not
soap opera. I think just like set in Dallas. There's a Dallas board game apparently because it was. I guess it was like a popular show in the 80s, but
in the 80s.
Yeah. For some reason, I don't know why I be like referencing old shows. Is they're like also old obscure shows like no one knows is for some reason so fucking funny. Like Murder She Wrote in Dallas. Oh man, but yeah. Some people just don't. They don't good. They're not good for a comedy vibe. I had a similar thing. I don't know if I told you about it or on the podcast, but I went with my girlfriend to see a Don't Tell comedy show a few weeks ago here in town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there was this dude in the back. There was the first guy went up and it was fine. I don't think he said anything. And then the second guy came up. So the first guy came up and he's the opener. And the second guy came up and he was the door guy. And he was like the first, but he was the first comic slated on the thing, So that's already like, I don't know about that. And he was a little, I could tell he was
a little drunk.
Well, no, didn't have the best material. It was still, like.
Oh, it was really rough.
Yeah, and it was.
That's not good.
It was more. it was like crowd-ish work, but he was like he was kind of had like
nervous about it.
no, it was like a cholo-ish vibe where it was like, "Hey, fool, all right," hey, or not, baby. It was like, but it was like kind of, it was like real familiar with, but he was just doing too much of it, and there wasn't enough jokes. It was just like observations, like, "Hey, hey, chica over here," and it's like, and something. He was talking with some girls. It was just going on too long, and just kind of just doing that kind of vibe and shtick without doing enough jokes.
Oh, that's bad.
And it wasn't good. And this guy back, he never knew it, so he started heckling him a little bit, and we just kept going and going. I remember telling you about it now. Yeah, this guy got like halfway into his set, because Don't Tell sets are like 15 to 20 minutes
per person. Yeah.
So he did like maybe like 5 minutes, or maybe like 5 to 7 minutes, because it was a little bit rough. And then he's like, "All right, guys, that's my set," and he got off, and I was like, "Oh boy, I could feel it inside." And then the next person came on, it was a chick, so it's like, "Oh, all right, already, this is gonna be worse," because if someone who's heckling that much at a comedy show obviously isn't gonna respect a woman comic nearly as much, because you can just tell by the type of person they are.
Yeah.
You can just tell, yeah, they're already gonna have less respect for them in general just because of that. And she was good though; she was going, but he was still saying like things like interjecting, and she was going back at him, and then it got to the point where she was like, "Yeah, what are you even doing?" And then he got like thrown out, kind of, or just like asked to leave, and then and of course he was black, so we were worried he was going to come back and start shooting up the place. So
well, yeah, you have to keep that in mind. Either that, or he's going to steal your wallet at the end. But
and then it was just funny because the last comic was black, and he said that same thing. He was like, "Yo, no, I was watching that guy, making sure he didn't come back in. I was worried, dog." And I was like, "Yeah, older man." And then in my mind, I was like, "Good thing you were here." And that's why if I was the guy, I'd be like, "Good thing we got you here, man. We'll put you against each other. We'll have the Mandingo ring right here at the top of this place."
I think I remember from what you were telling me, the girl who went up during the Don't Tell comedy show that you saw was Natasha Collier, right?
Yeah.
We've seen her. I've seen her before perform. She's really fucking funny. She's really fucking funny.
Yeah, she like looks Mexican, but she looks
she's
kind
like
of
Filipino
Asian
and white.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
She's Filipino and white. Yeah,
it's pretty funny. Yeah, it was interesting time. It's always just like super like awkward and like you feel just like
And you know what the sad part is? Comedy most of the time feels like that when you fuck up a lot,
and especially if you're up there, then it's even worse. You're like, "Oh god,"
you just feel it. You're like, "Wow, I feel really fucking naked up here."
Yeah.
And it's,
but even when you're in the audience too, especially depending on the show, because it's like people are drinking too. It's like, man, if no matter who it is, even if it's a white guy or whatever, no matter who it is, like if they get drunk enough, it's like, "Oh, is this guy going to cause like a problem? Is it going to be like a fucking thing for everyone involved?" And it's you never know.
And the sad part was when you're up there and that happens to you and you don't know how to handle it.
And then you do what that guy did, and it's like, fuck, I'm flustered. I can't recover from this. I've forgotten everything. I've already been struggling. As soon as he started heckling, I could tell that guy who is immediately thrown off his rhythm. And it's like, there's no way. Sometimes that's the best thing to do. You just gotta just fucking go. Unless you
redeem yourself.
Unless you have a bit that you can be like, all right, I'll do this, and that's a good. But that's for somebody. He definitely wasn't enough of a practice comic to have that like in his back pocket to do. He didn't have that type of bit.
It's hard.
Yeah,
shit's hard.
Oh yeah,
it's not easy. I mentioned it in the last podcast, but when I went to San Diego 2 weeks ago,
that one guy after you went up, he was like, "Yeah, it's not easy or whatever."
But I think I brought it up and then I told you separately. Maybe, but I don't know if I brought it up. But yeah, I didn't go on until dead last. And at the open mic at the American Comedy Club, and then I didn't go until last, and then I thought I bombed horribly because at that point there weren't too many people there, and everyone was spread out because it was a big place. It was full at some point, and everyone spread out, and I didn't really hear much of anything going on. But later on, when I listened to the recording of myself, I did get last. It was all from the people in the back. So, and then where my phone was, it was stationed like somewhat middle towards the back, so I was able to pick that up. Yeah. So I picked that up, and then literally after I get off, the comic after me just gets on. He's just like, "Oh, look at this piece of shit. He thinks he's so funny." He's like talking about fingering my girlfriend and crying, "What a fucking pussy!" And then just goes off to say more stuff because obviously he doesn't have material. So
that's not even funny. It's just being mean in hopes of getting a reaction. That's also the worst kind of comedy because that's how they don't really. That's the person who doesn't really get it, or they're not at the point where they get it yet because they still think like a reaction is like comedy. It's like so
he did that, and then he did go into telling a joke about how he about how he's Mexican, but he looks Asian. And then the whole time my girlfriend, she was there, she's like, "Why is he telling this? Like he looks nothing like an Asian guy." And then he's telling this, and then at some point, because he's not getting laughs either, and he's like, and he looks at the audience members that are like in the front. He's like, "Come on, why aren't you guys laughing at this? What are you, a bunch of Nazis?" And then it's just
that's also it's
yeah. I'm like,
there's a couple things that they're like comedy sins. It's saying what next or what else. That's a bad one. That's like you never do that. You
Yeah.
never do that. Also saying when no one's laughing, insinuating it's the audience's fault. Like, come on, what's wrong with you guys?
unless if you're Bill Burr, it works that point. But
yeah,
you know.
if you're being if you have funny material that because
Yeah.
in the Bill Burr's, I'm sure some people are laughing and other people are like, oh, because it's like offensive and he's like,
Right.
fuck you, pussy. But you know, it's bad reactions to audience. Bad reactions is also pretty awful. It's like, what are you doing? What are you? Because you know, it's like because they're trying to get a laugh out of it, but you know that they know it's bullshit. It's
They
like
know.
this isn't gonna. Yeah, we're.
That's the beauty of comedy. You never know what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
You never know what's gonna happen. It's beautiful though.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's what else have you been up to lately, Nick? What have you been?
I was gonna say I'm glad Hans Kim is getting better, but not Hans Kim, the other Hans who goes here. The
local
fat guy Hans. I was like,
Well, I mean, I saw him a few weeks. I don't think he's been doing it consistently since then. But when he was getting better,
when we saw him like months ago or whatever,
he was doing pretty good.
It was a little better. It was
a little
better.
bit better.
I'll say that it was better. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but the more I do it, the more I see it. Like you just have a good night, and sometimes you just have a bad night. If you're like me, most of your nights are pretty bad. But it's
that's just it's part of the process.
It's just part of the process.
New ideas, refixing old ideas, seeing different types of crowds.
Yeah, I did. I actually I rewrote my state senator joke. I thought about it. I remember that where I asked the question.
Yeah, because I was like, that's super irrelevant now.
It's super irrelevant now, but well,
no,
no,
the way you said it, because you used that one guy's name. It's like, well, no one knows who's that is.
No
now.
one knows who that is. Now.
Yeah, did you? What'd you do?
I just made it simple. I just and it does, and I did get a big laugh when I tried it a few days ago. It was I want to be a state senator someday, and to prepare for that, every weekend I take out $100 and I hire a male prostitute.
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good.
And then there's a little bit more after that part didn't do so well, but that part I'm like, that's pretty good. I hire because male senators are always doing gay shit or fucking something in a bathroom with another man.
No, that's pretty good. Yeah.
That was pretty good. Yeah, the way I reword, I'm like, oh, that's better. That's better. But no, I write offensive fucking. I'm just not like because I think most offensive things are funny. Like I've never told you this joke before, and I've only said it a few times, but I think it's pretty funny. Well, maybe subtly racist, but I think it's funny. It's like you have a fucked up mind when you see a black baby asleep in a stroller with his hands behind his back, and the first thing you think of is, oh, he's dreaming of his first arrest.
It's pretty good.
I think that's funny.
There's something there. You gotta.
There's something there, but that's why I'm like, oh, it's funny, but I'll go back to it later. I always I don't like to stay on the same thing too long. I go back to because then I'm like, oh, I can think of something. Or the best part is when you write something, the ghost, grandma.
Oh.
The best part about it, because I write a lot of like one-liners, short things, and sometimes like later on I put those jokes away. I write something, I'm like, oh, this is funny. I'm like, oh wait, this kind of connects to that thing, and then I can combine it at that point.
Yeah,
which is always the best part.
Oh yeah.
The hardest part is trying to write a long joke.
Yeah.
One-liners or short jokes are like I feel pretty comfortable doing that now, but the hardest part. Where do you keep going after that?
Yeah, you gotta have a story for that.
I can't tell a story. I'm fucking awful at telling stories.
I don't mean to suck my own dick or toot my own horn, but that's what when I was.
Oh, allow me.
When I was doing more stand-up and writing more, that's something I feel like I was good at because I don't know why, but I would just start like in my head and then I would write it down once I had like an idea. I would just start and then somehow I would just be able to keep it going because I would end at one point and I'd just be able to, I don't know how, or I can't think of an example either, but I'd be able to do that and make it at least like 30 seconds, 45 seconds or a minute. I'd be able to string a couple things together and I don't know how, but that's one of the things I was somewhat good at.
You were really good at that.
That's something with comedy and just art in general though. Everyone has their own unique strengths and abilities that attribute to other types of art and types of comedy and ways of delivery and impact and type of shit.
It's a process like anything else.
Yeah. Like on the Your Mom's House podcast, they had Carrot Top on
Oh, they
recently.
did?
Yeah.
Nice.
And he made a good point, which I kind of thought of too when he was on. Like, Carrot Top used to be a joke, like mentioning Carrot Top. Because you think
Right.
about, prop comedy, he's like, oh, fucking ba ba ba. But now, even like actual comics, like in the last like 10 years, like, no, yeah, Carrot Top. He's like a more respectable act. And it's because even he said, it's like, yeah, it's not your daddy's Carrot Top. Like, because he used to be pretty clean. That's he was on like the nightly like night show circuit, you know,
Right.
where
He was the big thing. He
yeah.
had to appeal to families.
But
and
now he's
stuff,
got
too.
6 shows a night in Vegas, or he's working 6 nights a week in Vegas.
Because he's contracted.
Exactly, and that's Vegas, so you can do whatever. So he's got like dildo jokes, and he even has a joke. He has like my big black dick, and it's something about where he's like, yeah, he's like you're half black. He's like, yeah, I know, because my it explains my big black dick, and he says like that's like a callback in the rest of his things. He's like, oh, I make fun of because my big black dick, you know. And like,
but apparently he does have a really big dick though.
Yeah, well, 'cause he's also jacked, so
Yeah,
he's also just really big. You know, that's I believe it.
One of the things I wanted to do on my Vegas trip, which I didn't end up doing because I ended up going to San Diego, was I wanted to go see Carrot Top because he's just there all the time.
No, yeah, 6 nights,
So I'm
six
like,
nights
oh,
a
we
week,
should-
all
we should go
throughout the
fucking-
year. You can definitely, if you're there, no Sundays. He takes off Sundays.
Takes
but-
out. Well, that's the Lord's Day.
Yeah, Lord's Day. I got the Sabbat, but you know,
So,
or the Sabbath, not Sabbat. Sabbat or is no
Black Sabbath.
No, Sagat is the character from Street Fighter.
What'd you call me?
Well, let's move on. Anyways,
I'm sorry to do this, but I really have to pee again. I've been drinking too much liquids today.
you can do it, but I'll go off talking what I was talking about. Carrot Top. You made me think about prop comedy because I wasn't doing prop comedy for a while. I had like a couple sets where I did bits where I had, I had the cue cards and I would go through them with the book titles and no, that's the thing about comedy. And like I was saying, art, there's so many different ways to do it. Or even no matter what you do, or no matter what creative field you get into, no matter for what reason you get into it, if you find that you're let's say for better words, bad at it. Like I was probably bad. I'm not saying probably. I was definitely bad at certain times. No matter what you're doing, you can do it in a different way if it's an artistic or creative format. And you can do it in a way that works with you and the way your brain works and your thought and your creative process work and make it work. So like that's one of the, in my opinion, one of the better, and just because I personally liked it more, and that's what matters most in comedy, is you liking your own bit. Yeah, the note card bit, just having that, that's kind
Good
of
bit.
prop comedy, 'cause, prop comedy just having a physical thing. That's what Carrot Top is, which apparently now he also has like a good comedy, like stand-up. I think it's probably not 50-50, but he has a lot more stand-up like actual comedy bits alongside his prop.
Right.
bit. 'Cause
He's been doing it for so long. He can.
Oh yeah, and he can call back. I think a lot of his props are like we were talking about like cutaway bits, like a 30-second bit where it's like, oh, this is a fucking tissue box for Cowboys fans. It's Cowboys helmet with a tissue box in it because the Cowboys gonna lose. They use that.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but it's there's different ways to do comedy. Like, yeah, like prop comedy, story-based comedy, short bits like Mitch Hedberg style, or just like a really good political or like satirical bits like for like like Bill Maher, who's a shitty example, or David Cross, who's a good example.
Dave Smith.
Dave Smith, the Legion of Skanks, just straight up racist and offensive comedy. It's pretty great, and that's something I fucking hate about doing offensive comedy to the degree that the Legion of Skanks do it. And I love it because the people who enjoy it and are fans, it's a joke. It's like two of them are Dave and Jay are Jewish. They don't hate Jews. They're not Nazis.
Yeah.
They don't hate black people. They don't really want, even though they have the black baby, they have the black racist baby, and they do sing that racist song from American History X. They do it ironically, but I mean, if they do it ironically, they just do it because it's offensive and it's just for the sake of shock value and the comedy they're in, because it's funny that it's like I said earlier, it's so horrible, it's hilarious, because it's like no one has that real rational thought. And if they do like Charlie Kirk, they're a terrible piece of shit and you just shouldn't like them anyways. But
it's smart, hard, it's smart comedy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I hate about it, because it's so great, and some people just don't get it because they just don't, or if they just like, that's not funny, and it's like, well, I mean, it is funny because I'm laughing at it and all these other people are laughing at it. You don't think it's funny,
no,
and because they don't think it's funny, it doesn't agree with their political worldview of what should and shouldn't be talked about, which is anything, because comedy is that's why comedy exists, because to make fun of things. It doesn't make sense,
But some people, I almost got my ass kicked one time after I got off, and I'm not even joking.
Terrible.
I got because some people, and this was funny. It was an older black lady, so obviously problem, but it's no, but like legitimately like she was she I had made her laugh for sure at this joke that I had told, and I heard her. She's like, "Oh man, that's good," because she was laughing, and then she was laughing at it, and then literally I had it was something in relation about sex and stuff, and then I heard her say that's good, and then just my automatic, so it might have been my fault. I'm like, yeah, she's dry, and then I go on to do, and then that really pissed her off because she got
That's funny.
quiet after that point, and I thought it was funny. But then when I got off, and then after people were like, yeah, because I ended up with some other horrible jokes on it. I think something about Jews and stuff. But,
Jew people.
Jew
those,
people.
Those filthy Jew people.
And then I said something, and like I said, I thought it was funny, but then it was, and then I got off, and then you hear clapping, and then like literally the last thing when the clapping comes out, like this boy's about to get his ass kicked. I'm just like, oh man, and she, like I heard her voice, like like she meant it. I'm just like,
That's funny.
And I was sitting like almost next to her. She was across from me a little. I'm like, I didn't want to just leave yet. I'm just like, I stayed quiet. I didn't say anything after I sat down. Just all right, well. What do you say in that moment?
Yeah. Unless you have a good comeback, then you're just
Yeah, I should have said. I don't know what would be the kind of like.
I don't even know.
I don't even know. Comedy's a fun thing.
Did she come up to you after that and be like,
No.
"What?"
No,
man.
but in the moment.
Oh, that's because the AC came on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm used to that now. Yeah, just the AC and just the doors are on. Just they don't rub against the fucking carpet now, and it's like the fence are right above it. So right when the air comes on, it like makes a pocket, so it just like sucks in, the door. So
someone just comes around the corner.
Yeah, so I hear the AC come on, and I hear a door close. I'm like, just the AC.
Just the AC.
Just the ack. Yeah, maybe she was saying that because you're like someone else. Like, oh, someone else is gonna kick this boy's ass, or I don't know.
No, she said this boy's about to get his ass kicked.
Yeah,
now, that's exact. Yeah, that's exact.
But maybe that's what she meant was that someone else is gonna. It's
maybe.
like
I don't know.
Or maybe who knows? Maybe she thought you were talking about her pussy, and she was like, "I am wetter than a Thanksgiving turkey, honey."
Yeah, well, she was in there. She's a middle-aged woman, so that probably.
So that probably wasn't true. She probably wasn't wet as a Thanksgiving turkey.
She was probably dry.
She was probably as dry as you insinuated. Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to say I was accurate, but it's factual. Maybe.
You made an observation which probably turned out to be a fact in the end, and that's no one can blame you for that.
That's good enough for me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Also, that's North Korea.
Yep, they're dropping bombs on us, and we're gonna be dead in 3, 2.
Look,
1.
I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened at some point.
Yeah,
it could happen.
But you never know. Yeah. Well, Trump. He's kind of. He's cool with Putin and Mr. Un. So
he's all right with them, except the tariffs. But
as long who knows if that's even affecting? Well, we don't trade with North Korea anyway, so there's there's nothing going on there anyway. So we might fuck if I know. There might be, but that's secret shit. That's government black book shit. So that probably wouldn't come. That wouldn't even be taxed anyways, probably. So
well, whoever's listening to us right now, they know.
They know. You
know.
You know what's going on.
Why don't you tell us?
Yeah, put us right down in the comments what you know. Any government secrets or nuclear launch codes that you may or may not know. Put those down in the comments.
Give us the key. Give us the key.
That sweet blue key. That Lynchian blue key. That's present in Mulholland Drive.
It's there.
It's a fun time.
I want it.
Speaking of movies and games, speaking of games, Caesar, I've been playing this game called Darkwood. You ever heard of Darkwood?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, I got some Darkwood. It's
no, but I've never heard of it. No.
It's a survival horror game, and it's top down based, right?
Oh.
Isometric camera, and you can sort of character in the middle. It's like a vision cone based. You have like flashlight and shit, and I thought because this is kind of an older game. It came out, I think, at least 5 to 10 years ago, and there was a lot of like Let's Players played it for like a couple videos. It was like a showcase type of thing, but it's a horror game, and I thought it was like like a Minecraft style thing. We'd go out, chop a tree, make resources to improve things.
Right,
but I guess it's more of a story based game. I'm finding out because it has like a day system, and that progresses based on like activities you do within the day. So
that's cool.
Yeah, and apparently it's very hard. Like Darkest Dungeon has a message that's like, "This is a hard game. You're gonna get fucked." But I'm playing on the easiest difficulties, so it's
And you're already fucked.
Yeah, there's 3 difficulties. In the first one, it's like Minecraft. You die, you lose some of your items. It says you lose some,
not all of them.
Second difficulty, you have limited number of lives, and third difficulty, Nightmare, you have 1 life, permadeath. So
That's scary.
Yeah, but it's got some really creepy imagery I saw from some of the trailers I looked at, because I remember seeing it, and then I was looking through the PlayStation Autumn Sale, and it was like, for some reason I was thinking of horror games to play for this October for the channel, and I was like, oh, that game, what was it called? And I looked it up, and it was called Darkwood, and I was like, oh yeah, this is the game. I wonder if it's on sale. Scrolling through, hey, Darkwood Ultimate Edition on sale for $5.
So we're gonna play it.
Maybe we very well
Maybe.
could. It's a fun game. I don't know. We'd probably, I don't know how we'd start, because the beginning is interesting. Maybe start from like the middle, because I don't know how long it is. I'm probably gonna keep playing it later this evening. But it's a fun game.
You enjoying it so far?
Yeah, it's weird. I haven't done too much of it. I only just got to day 2, and that's when I was just figuring out, oh, this isn't like a Minecraft or like a 7 Days to Die, like actual time-based system. It's like an activity-based. You go here, that progresses time. You do this, that progresses time.
Oh, that's cool. I like that though.
Yeah, but it's still survival-y horror-based. It's like, all right,
You have to collect items
get
and
ingredients to make things and put these together. I
Crafting
have
system,
nails and a
right.
wooden board to make a board with nails as a weapon, but also apparently, from what I've seen, wooden boards are also very good like building materials. So it's like, do I use them to build, or because I didn't have a weapon? It's like, oh, I guess I got to use it to make this board with nails.
Well, you can use now you can use your other boards for building a
but
little
I
shack.
only got one more, and I use some
Oh.
boards like board up my fucking windows, and it's a really weird, crazy game with some crazy visuals. Very dark Lovecraftian horror, also giant body horror type crazy shit that I haven't even seen yet. Hopefully, I'll get there at some point. Yeah, it seems
You know
like
what we have
a fun
to play?
time. What's
We
that?
have to play Fear and Hunger at some point.
Oh yes,
we
nice
have to
funger.
play.
Gotta get some funger in there.
Ooh,
Oh god.
I'm sorry. This is so addicting. I like.
I mean, they just come out. Fuck, I don't give a shit. Yeah, the one thing I love about Fear and Hunger is that the community lovingly calls it funger. It's like yeah, play some funger. I'm a funger addict. I love me some funger.
The second one is really good too.
That's a problem I've heard with a lot of people, is that they play Fear and Hunger 1 and then they play 2, and it's like, oh well, 2 is just a more fully realized version of 1.
It really is.
Everything is just better. But that's one of the problems with 2 for me personally, is that there's so many playable characters and so many like things. Like Fear and Hunger 1, there's
only 4
classes. Yeah, and that's
but even then the classes are characters. Like,
yeah,
you don't-
and you'll find those characters in the game either way. Whatever one you are, you'll find the other 3, and it's like, yeah, you miss out on the one, but it's like whatever. But like, there's so many characters, and that's something I'm kind of intimidated by in games, is like the abundance of choice. Because then I'm like, oh fuck, because I don't have I have somewhat of a perfectionist nature where I do want to do the best things possible. I want to get the best ending, want to get the best stats. It's like, fuck, there's so many characters. Like, what do I think about? Like these 3 characters like here, and have like the best like the abilities I want, and it's too much choice, and there's like the potential for replayability, even though most likely I'm only going to play the game once. Like Disco Elysium, like I had plans to play like 3 times, but I've only played them once. So yeah, but that just means it's something I shouldn't be worried about, and just play it. Fucking dumb piece
Let's
of
just
shit.
have
Play
fun.
it.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah.
Because it's easier in the first one. But the thing about the first one too is there's like both games. There's so many different endings, but it's so long.
Yes.
Specifically the first one is so fucking.
And then
long.
if you're fucked, you're fucked. But also if you know your way around, you can also not get fucked. It's like, oh, I know how this works. I can beeline to here and know where this is and shit. But that just takes a lot of practice.
Yeah, well, like with anything, like Dark Souls, we learn to
Yeah.
there's no
But
map.
Dark Souls is different. Dark Souls doesn't have as much RNG. And,
Right.
Yeah, but it's a similar thing. Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah, but also the lore. The
The
of
dark
Fear and Hunger
lore.
1 is way more, even though it's a continuation, but Fear and Hunger 1 in and of itself is just a way more dark and Lovecraftian and eldritch and like
It's
dark.
scary.
Yes, and that attracts me a lot more than the like 1940s era aspect of 2,
Which could still be scary.
It's interesting, and it has its enemies way fucking scarier. Like there's like a weird clown guy that injects you with syringes, and the weird shit monsters in the sewers. But also the guys in the first game anally rape you and cause you anal bleeding. That's a status you can get, which fucking sucks.
Yeah, you don't want to get anally raped.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Maybe you do.
Maybe.
No, but I like dark fantasy as a genre more than alternate dark history, I guess, which is what
Mm.
that 40s one is. You know, it's because dark fantasy, it's because it's like the elder gods are more of a present for us, whereas in 2, I think it's more of like a thing you got to search out for because it's more industrialized and scientific based, and you know, it's more like
modern-ish,
it's more
kind
civilized
of.
and humanized. You got to go
Right.
further to find the underlying
There's
dark
more order to
darkness
things.
within it.
There's a foundation that's already set in stone, kind
But
of.
again, that brings more human problems, like that clown guy or scavengers or other like the police type of enemy type that has like their guns or like flame based shit in their, you know, like batons, and you know, so it's different types of horror for different types of people, and also different game mechanics, and also different types of playability and comfortability.
And it's fun.
All fun times. It's good to feel bad while playing and enjoying things like funny games.
Funny games?
Yeah, it's a movie I told you about. It's a German movie, apparently. The version I got, the Criterion version, it says German with English subtitles. And you know, if it's foreign, it's going to be fucked up. You know,
1000%.
Americans, we can make some fucked up shit. But like compared to like the French, the Germans, Koreans, their like films way more fucked up and enjoyable. But yeah, Funny Games is apparently a really fucked up piece of media, like I told you about kidnapping a family and forcing them to do fucked up shit to each other.
Ty.
Yeah, it's hot to some people, and that's what's the most disturbing. Like, there's a subreddit I'm on, or I follow, called r/disturbing movies.
Oh,
and
no.
And one of the rules or things they practice is like no gore porn, where it's like this is only here for like sickos who are like just jerking off like just gore, or it's like movies that are just only gore for the sake of it, and just for like this, also not sexuality, but just for the gore of it, that has no like inherent purpose or message, or like it's just blatant, just like a snuff film. Basically, there's no art to it or artistic vision. It's
Right, they're just doing
it's
it.
just gore for the sake of gore. Which is, some movies like Harmony Korine films, which I don't know if you know who that is, but that's like in like the world of fucked up movies. He has a couple of well-known ones, some of which are considered, and I guess rightfully so, called gore porn, but they are kind of, I guess, under the surface, an examination and view of like certain like the snuff industry, or like porn and sex industry itself, because that happens a lot, you know, just in like porn, like people get mistreated in life, and that's just, you know, what happens.
It's unfortunate.
Or like Gummo, which is like a movie about like just like shitty like life in like the not Midwest, but just like underdeveloped like towns and shit, where there's not much going on, not much to like look forward to, or like appraise yourself to, because there's no like real chance of, you know, for greater education or achievement. So it's like whatever, we're just shooting cats with BB guns and fucking I'm having my bath, and my mom fucking brings like the tray over the bath spaghetti, and I'm eating it, and fucking, you know, and my friends taking me to fuck this fucking 14-year-old prostitute with Down syndrome who doesn't really get what she's doing, but just going along with it because her older brother is making her do it. And it's really fucked up. But that makes you think, though, because it's like, no, shit like this does happen.
How much is she making?
Yeah, how much does she cost?
Does she have a GoFundMe?
Does she have a PayPal? Does she have an OnlyFans?
Venmo, Cash App.
But it makes you think. It's not just this lady's getting cut up and they're eating fucking shit, you know.
Yeah, it makes you think like the overlying things, like, man, this family does some fucked up things.
And there are a lot of movies like that, though. But some of them are based on true events too, which adds to the artistic. If it's based on something true, you know, or
which is even worse, because like, man, that happened. Like,
it's like, whoa, wow, they did that shit. Oh man, oh boy, that's not good. Yeah, I like fucked up things because it makes me feel something.
You're not wrong, though. It makes you feel a lot of things.
I don't want to seem like I'm depressed, like cutting myself, but no, I don't know why I love it, because it's such a visceral feeling. It makes you feel like the absolute like
because it's truth.
Like, yeah, exactly. And horror at humanity and depravity. It's like, oh, I feel disgusted at my own race and that this actually happens. Like, I was on Tubi or something, and it's like there's movies called The Girl in the Attic, The Girl in the Basement, The Girl in the Cupboard, and it's all movies about these real life women who are held captive in basements or covered in basements, and the town boys school where they all raped her and fucking, like, I remember one time, I don't know if my mom was taking a nap. I remember
one time me and a couple friends.
Yeah, we were living in Alabama at the time, and but I don't know if my mom was taking a nap. This happened like a couple times. I don't know, because she would also I would like I don't know how this came out, but I would like sort of sneak over, just like here, see what she was watching, and it was that, and there was another movie, like a haunted house movie. This guy get like his hand cut off, like a bookshelf that like they revealed the secret passage, and it closed, like cut off his hand. It was like a bleeding. That was at the end of the movie. It was fucked up. But yeah, this movie too. I think it was The Girl in the Basement, and it's like just the town boy. It's like this bitch fucking mother. It was like her daughter, like stepdaughter, and that's sadly how some people are, or even if they're real children, like the book The Boy Called It. You know about The Boy Called It?
No.
That's a book about this child who was literally kept in the closet and just abused, and fucking had he held his arm on the stove and just like totally abused this child, and just like a real life story. Yeah, some people were just like that. And this girl,
a lot of families are like that.
But and so it was based on the real story of this girl that was kept in the basement, and it's like the town, it's like her, it was like a mother and father, whatever, and then just like it was like the girl and then like brothers or half brothers. I don't know how it worked, but the girl was kept like locked up in the basement, and like the boy children knew, like the older brother, whatever, and they would be like, yeah, bring over your friends, we're all gonna fuck her, and they all just like raped her. And I remember one scene they like took like a hot iron rod and like put it in her vagina. I think that was the implication, because they didn't show that because it was like a Lifetime movie or whatever,
right?
But, like that was the implication, and and of course they get caught in the end, and it's like, oh, you poor child, and it's like police come, but it's like, no, that fucking happens, and it's crazy, but we love seeing it. We love that's why a lot of people
because
love,
it's unfathomable. It's not like something you think about every day.
Exactly, it's so fucking crazy. It's why people like serial killer like documentaries and shit, like the depravity of like human nature and like the nature of man as this fucking bestial being, because we are just fucking apes that we put on suits and ties, but at the end of the day we're just fucking animals with blood pumping through our veins, and some of us got we were a little cross-wired, and
cross-wired, and then sometimes when you're born into this earth, you get the short end of the stick.
Yep, and you get a prostitute and you fucking stab her a couple times, like, that felt good, and you stab a couple more prostitutes, and then it just becomes a thing.
Something that I've been getting to lately, like about these stories that are true, of like cave divers.
Especially Nutty Putty Cave. You know about Nutty Putty Cave?
I know about Nutty Putty Cave.
You know about Nutty Putty Cave? I see that since I'm on Reddit, and I'm like r/interesting as fuck or whatever. I see shit about Nutty Putty Cave like twice a week, so it's like,
because
whatever.
Literally I understand, like, you like the thrill to things and adventure,
like,
but like
cave diving, but it's like,
why are you doing that?
Like those videos are like flat, and it's like, I gotta take off my shirt, so no, I'm gonna lose my shirt because this is so tight that the Rock is gonna tear it off, and it's like, why? And they say it's the adrenaline, but it's like, fuck, man, there's literally kill a prostitute instead of this, please.
Cave dive, like a skydiving, bungee cord. I can't understand those. I can understand them to a certain extent. It's a little safer, but cave diving. Well,
but even with skydiving, people have died. It's like, the thing doesn't work, or it's like your wingsuit fucks up and you hit a tree. But but cave diving especially, that's all just like.
But you're more than likely to survive a parachute not opening than being stuck in a cave forever.
Yeah, because a cave, when you're going to cave, that's all you. The parachute has been made to be a parachute and is ideally undergone a lot of tests and regulations.
Right.
And like 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 10,000 will fuck up. But when you're in a cave, that's all you, bitch. You went too far.
Especially if you go alone. And then that's where you really fuck. Because then no one's finding you at that point.
Yeah, like Nutty Putty Cave, we're talking about it. We'll explain. I think that guy was alone, but he went through this cave and he got to a point where it went and then it went down, and he was like, okay, I'll go down, but then it hit a stop. And then he was stuck like this and couldn't make his way back up because the angle was too steep. And he was stuck there for like 3 fucking days. And they were like, maybe if we'll sedate him and then break his legs. What if we shatter the bones in his legs so he can physically, because if you're stuck like this, your legs can't bend. But if you shatter them, they can.
They definitely can.
So I think they thought about it, and they might have tried. I don't know. But either way, he died down there because they couldn't get him out because he was stuck in that fucking angle. And it's like, fuck, man.
Well, did you ever hear about the cave in Thailand, about the group of 8 students and their coach?
Yeah, where Elon Musk called that guy a pedophile.
What?
Yeah. So yeah, those kids. There's a bunch of kids in Thailand that got stuck in a cave. It was like they were like soccer players.
Yeah, and they had to sedate the kids to take them out.
But like, how they get stuck? Were they like on a field trip?
No, they were playing a game of soccer, and then after the game, like they were gonna get food, and then they were like, oh, let's go explore the local cave because everyone. But they knew not to go and too deep because they're like, oh, it's a scary place. But and then also the weather's bad because the cave's like at an angle of the entrance, so
Yeah, and
water
it's like
just
close
gets
to the
in
ocean.
there.
It's like high tide, low tide. So yeah, that
And
like
so
closed
they
them
had
in or
just
whatever,
they had
right?
went there just to have some fun, and then supposedly what the school had fucked up. Supposedly the weather's not going to be bad today, and then the weather
The
ended
weather
up
was
being,
bad today.
the weather was bad
The
that
weather
day.
was very bad.
And then they went in, but the thing is, they went in deep. Like they knew, like they couldn't get out, so they just kept going until
Yeah,
they
to
got
get like
to
to
a
an air
point
pocket where the
there
water
was, like,
fucking
place
yeah.
so where they could actually stand up. But the fact that in my mind, like an adult guy, and then has to guide these 8 kids to a point where the fact that he even did it and none of them died because they
Yeah.
went in deep.
Well, that was like a day and a half, like 2-day thing where there was people like literally figuring out, yeah, how we're gonna do this.
And then that's just the solution to come up, like, because the kids can't see this, like, getting out there.
Yeah, and they're gonna panic because they're children, and it's like, oh fuck, and you gotta get like breathing equipment down to them and bring it down. It's like shit, you gotta
So
carry.
the fact that they have to sedate them like every hour just so they could stay,
Yeah, but what happened was Elon Musk, when that happened, he was like, "Oh, we'll develop a submarine that will send it in the water, and that'll get the kids and get it." And then there was this other guy who was like, I don't know if it was before or after that idea, who was like, "That's not going to work," or he had a different idea. And Elon Musk was like, "Oh, that guy is a pedophile. Don't believe him. We do my idea." And then-
What the fuck?
Yeah. So yeah, and I think it was the guy who eventually saved the kids or made the plane to do it. I think it was that guy that Elon Musk called a pedophile. And then,
Well, he did talk about sedating kids.
yeah, so I don't know, but then, yeah, that's why when you said, oh yeah, the thing where Elon Musk called the guy a pedophile, yeah, that also happened. Similar to the mass shooting during the Charlie Kirk thing, that also happened during that Taiwanese child crisis.
Somebody's getting stuck in a cave right now, and
Probably.
we don't even know about it.
That I think about that a lot. Like someone's having sex right now, someone's getting murdered right now, a baby's being born, an old person's dying.
There's so many things going
an
on.
old person's being born, a baby's having sex. You never know. Could be a Serbian film situation. It's fucked up.
Hey man, as long as it's babies having sex, if you're having sex with a baby, that's wrong.
As long as the baby consents. I think we can all agree that.
As long as they give one goo goo gaga, like we're good.
Yeah, if you pull out your cock and they laugh, then I think you got to go ahead.
You're in the clear. You're in the clear.
All right, we'll cut that too.
Yeah,
But boy, you been doing anything fun this week?
Man, have I been doing anything fun this week? I haven't been doing too much. I haven't been playing too much games. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, yeah,
Link Evolution,
yeah.
the most recent game that they have. But I haven't been doing too much lately. What I have been doing is I've been rewatching old anime because on my Samsung TV, the regular channel app they have on there, they have like certain channels where they just run certain shows live every day.
Oh, okay.
So I
have on here. We have like Hell's Kitchen. It's just a Hell's Kitchen channel. Just plays Hell's Kitchen 24/7, and we fucking watch it all the time. Yeah.
I found the channels. The first thing that came up was Pokemon, just Pokemon. And I started watching that for at first. It was in the first season. It was like halfway through. I was just like, I'll start watching
time
this.
To start. Yep.
It was pretty good. Like I already know everything what happened. And then I found like a few days ago the Yu-Gi-Oh channel, and then I found the Naruto all day.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm just like, so now like the past things this is just kind of sad too. The past like 2 days, like since I was on like my weekend from work, I was just watching one, and then break time, go to the next one, change it, just bouncing through, just playing on my Switch. Just this is nice.
Shit you already know. It's like just background noise.
And there's some stuff you forget about. Like I already know everything for the most part when it comes to those shows, but like there's little things you forget.
Yeah, like the fucking when Naruto's fighting Kabuto in the fucking
he's going
town of the fucking fog or steam or whatever, and he does his fucking first big shadow shuriken or whatever, and he's hiding in the shadow of it. It's like, oh, that's such a cool moment. Hey, you get to re-see all those little bits.
Yeah, it's nice because then it's good because then you get to relive moments. Like I remember seeing this on fucking Cartoon Network and whatever.
Oh yeah, that sweet Toonami time slot.
Yeah, Adult Swim.
Yeah, I gotta watch Inuyasha still. Still gotta.
Oh, Inuyasha's great.
Oh yeah,
I love Inuyasha. Don't watch the newer series where it's like they're kids and shit. That's fucking awful. But the
Boruto version,
the shitty Boruto version. The anime's great, and then the movies they have for it too. There's only 4.
Yeah,
fantastic.
It's an anime, so of course there's multiple movies.
Fantastic. Everything about high praise for Inuyasha. Great anime. Great old school 90s anime too.
Yeah, it's got that same kind of One Piece formula where it's like, yeah, meet up with your cast of characters, the hot chick one. It's like, oh, her titties, oh, they got the fucking bits and all the good classic cliches. But it's a good shonen anime.
It's classic.
Yeah, hot fox man with the big sword. Can't go wrong with it.
Who doesn't like a fucking half beast man just killing shit? Well, he's a half demon. He's half demon. So.
Yeah, and there's that little tinier fox kid who's like
Shippo.
Yeah, I don't know what he is or whatever, but I just
He's
know
just a little fox demon's boy.
Yeah, and he also likes titties. I don't know, something. Who doesn't love titties? Let's be honest.
If you're a man, you gotta love. Unless if you're gay, obviously. But if you're a gay man, you can respect the titties. Still.
You can respect and appreciate titties, just like we as straight men. We can respect and appreciate a nice hot man's hot bod.
That's the only reason why I go on TikTok is to see some hot chick with some nice tits there, here and there.
Yeah, and that's the only reason I go down to the gay street downtown here. I go to the bars. I just look at all the hot men dance and be like, yeah,
that's me.
Yeah, it looks hot.
I'd like that.
Yeah, that's not me, but I would like that. Fun times, I'd imagine if I was super ripped, what better place to work at than like a gay club? You're just there, it's fucking.
Oh,
there was one guy there I saw one time. I was like, he was barely putting fuck where he was like.
Maybe it was a long week.
Maybe he also had like a
sailor hat on,
a camo hat on. So maybe he was like
he's just blending in.
Maybe he was a fake gay and he was like, oh, these fucking queers in here. I'm just here for the money. He was trying to hold back, repress his gay tendencies, so he wasn't getting as into it as I would have personally. But
if you're getting paid to do something, you got to put some effort in it.
Better do it right.
What's wrong with it? See, that's the problem with this country. Nobody wants to fucking work anymore.
Yeah. Unless you're us, in which case, when you're working, it's like, I'll skimp away when I can.
I'll skimp away when I can.
But anyone else, no, put in the full effort. God damn it, or else you're not doing
lazy.
It right. Lazy piece of shit. Fuck you.
Your parents didn't raise you right.
That's why Charlie Kirk died, because of lazy fucks like you. And if you agree, why don't you give this podcast a like?
Please give us a like.
And then subscribe. Let us know how you've not been lazy this week. What have you done proactively to better you, yourself, your family, or your community?
Leave a comment down below about your favorite tragic real life incident story.
Yeah, your favorite tragedy. The Hindenburg.
9/11 was a few days ago.
Yeah, Titanic. The Titanic sinking. There's a couple other tragedies you can talk about down there. Do so. Talk about said tragedies. And maybe you can think about them while listening to such tunes as we talk about here in our recommendations.
I got a nice recommendation for you. I know the name of the song, but I can't remember the guy's fucking name because it's nice. I've been listening to still big band stuff lately, here and there. Skipping in between a little bit, but I found this song. And it was on TikTok. It was on a thing, but there was a story of it, obviously, because it's like it was an informational thing. But he's like, I wrote this song back in 1930. It was an old man putting his trumpet away, and he had the text. He's like, I wrote this song about my wife back in 19 something, and I was in the Navy. And then it's basically just him about being alone in the sea and about loving his wife. Really beautiful song. I don't know if it's him singing. Probably not, because he's an old man. Unless if it is him singing, or he hired someone to do it. And he's like, because in the little TikTok thing, he's like, with the help of some people, I've been able to get this song out and an album, and it's genuinely, it's a really beautiful song. It's very Sinatra-esque. Like, I could see Sinatra singing this, but there's just something about it that's just really raw too, which is nice. It's I dare say it's has the classic feel. Has a classic feel. Is this still recording?
It's a classic song with a classic feel. Yeah, I was just making sure. I remember to delete the old podcast earlier.
Nice.
Sounds like we got plenty of space. But
it is The Lonely Sea by Matt Block and Morden Block. So I don't know if they're brothers or related, or maybe it was his nephew. I can't remember exactly, but I think Morden Block is the one who wrote. He's the old man who wrote the song. Yeah, so maybe Matt Block is someone. I can't remember. This is a shitty story because I can't remember it, but it's a beautiful song. Look at that.
Oh, that is pretty beautiful. Yeah, it's a pretty picture. That's a pretty picture. Yeah,
I like pictures.
Morden seems like an older name that people nowadays wouldn't have. So yeah, I believe it sounds like he's
Morden Block, old man. Good taste in music.
Good musical creations. Fuck. Speaking of
just like the towers, it fell.
Yep, just like the singular tower. Never was two. It's an illusion.
Nobody talks about building 7. Nobody talks about
Mandela buildings. Effect. It was only one tower, actually. It was twin because there was a mirror. It was smoke and mirror. That's where the term smoke and mirrors comes from 9/11.
And smoke on the water.
Yeah, it was a mirror. The mirror was the mirror that made the second tower, and the smoke was from the smoke of the first tower being hit. That's where the term smoke and mirrors comes from. But my music recommendation is you're talking about a nice love song. I'm going to do the same thing. Like I said, I was watching a lot of David Lynch films recently. I'm having a stroke presently. And I watched two, Mulholland Drive and Blue Velvet. The song I'm going to mention is from Mulholland Drive, but was originally meant to be in Blue Velvet.
Ooh.
Funnily enough.
Fun facts.
And it's not going to be the original Roy Orbison version. It's sung by Roy Orbison, famous for his, crooner type voice at the time, and his the vibrato in his soulful, love-based tones. It's the song "Crying" by Roy Orbison, sung by one Rebecca Del Rio. Present in David Lynch's film Mulholland Drive. It is a Spanish translation of "Crying." The one sung in the film is also a cappella, just also her voice. It's incredible, just raw physical emotion behind it. And the story is behind it. They wanted to get the song "Crying" for Blue Velvet, but they either couldn't get the rights or they got this other Roy Orbison song, which was In Dreams, which is In Dreams for Blue Velvet, and they thought that was better, and they got Crying for this one. And this is the chick Rebecca Del Rio came in. This guy introduced with David Lynch, who's friends with him. He was like, "Hey, I want you to meet the singer Rebecca Del Rio. She's gonna come by." It's okay, yeah. So they came by in the morning, and the way David Lynch says it, he says before she even had her coffee, she was like, "Yeah, I'll go into the room and just try it out." Before she had her coffee, first thing she goes in and she sings it. She sings this beautiful rendition of Roy Orbison's "Crying," translated into Spanish by Roy Orbison's late wife or someone in relation to him, helping. And it's such a beautiful, intense version sung a cappella. And David Lynch says, "That's it." And they use that recording, the very first one she did before she even drunk her coffee, in the scene. And the whole purpose of the scene is they're in like this club called Silencio. And the guy doing it, his whole thing is, "No hay banda." There is no band. And it's like, there is no organ. He's like, this whole thing, it's all recorded. And it's like, it's a thing. And then she's singing it. And it's the same chick, Rebecca Del Rio, in the scene. And she's not singing it. She's doing a perfect lip sync to her own voice.
Wow.
Which in this little booklet, I got the Criterion version, so it comes a little booklet. Even says in there, like, even professional singers sometimes even have a hard time lip syncing, even to their own voice, because you can't always replicate that same mouth and tongue movement to do that same thing. But in the film, it's so perfect. And you're watching, and it's like, oh, she's actually singing. And then in the scene, spoiler, she faints, and then it's still going. And you're like, yes, no hay banda. There is no band. Il n'y a pas de orchestre. There is no orchestra. It's all a recording. It's like, oh, fuck. And the characters are crying. And if you're a certain type of personality, you're crying. And it's fucking
Mexicans.
Great. Yeah, if you're a Mexican, you're crying. But yeah, Rebecca Del Rio's version of Crying.
I gotta listen to that.
So yeah, maybe we'll smoke another joint. Yeah, what time is it? Are you going?
I gotta go. Yeah,
it's
7:05.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
7:05. I gotta still edit the audio for all this stuff too.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. But it's a good song, and you should listen to it if you like music or David Lynch, or just watch the movie Mulholland Drive, and you'll hear it.
Guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you later.
We'll see you in the next episode.
140.
Bitch.
Fuck, I gotta pee again. Like, this is ridiculous.